Yo, man. Check, it's heaven's finest. Nirvana finding mindness. I am leaving me mindless, timeless of the righteous teachers. Made in God's image, but carry the devil's speeches. Rapping overly to me, the abracadabra. I spit matter that evaporate legions. Emancipate heathens, even like Stevens. Please don't tip the Libras. Bronze bare feet, she probably thought I was Jesus. Casting out demons. Rose after 3 days, mainstream remain grievous.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy OG Kitch, and this is The Conversation. Hope everybody is having a beautiful day today, that you're staying warm where it's cold, and that you're cool where it's warm, wherever that's at. Today I want the conversation episode to be about the government shutdown. These are just my opinions and things that I discuss what's going on in America, in the world today. I'm a little in my feelings because I do see conversation, podcasts, lives, whatever you want to call them, about the government shutdown, but not too many. And definitely not from our people. I'm not really seeing, I see a few from Black folks that are talking about this. I wish it was the same energy as the way people are talking about this R. Kelly situation. I wish that my people was talking about this government shutdown as much, because it do infect that community, the Black community, a lot. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First and foremost, the wall. We're already on day 32 as of today, which I think surpassed by 10, 11 days. I think in 1995, there was a 21-day shutdown. I don't really know too much about that. In 95, I wasn't thinking about nothing as far as politics and things of that nature. But I do know we're on 32 days as of today of a situation which I'm very much confused about what's going on. So what is this really about? I mean, like, this wall thing is, this whole government shutdown is just a big chess game between the Democrats and now some Republicans in number 45. Hopefully I can get through this podcast without mentioning that fool's name. So I'm going to just say number 45. I'm trying to figure out this 5 point whatever billion dollars going to prove for a wall that's already there. I know it's not fully from beginning to end, but I do know there's parts of California, Arizona that has this wall. So I'm not really understanding what this money is for this wall, or the reasoning for this wall. Because, let's be realistic. We have underground tunnels. How you think the drugs get back and forth? I mean, like, underground tunnels, which actually on the news the other day, they were showing at least 100 people, like the body thermal images under the ground in the tunnels, like going from Mexico to America. So what is the wall really going to do if they using underground tunnels? Me personally, I think this is a thirst for power, because I'm the chief and commander, and whatever I say go. Let's understand this. Number 45 never wanted to really be president, didn't even believe that he could win the presidency. So that's a debacle, and it's something that happened. So now this is more of, I'm in control and it's my way or the highway. This is all a power move. Nothing more, nothing less than that. This is so much to me. Everything that I'm saying is to me and allegedly, especially when you're talking about the government. I don't need nobody showing up at my door. But this is, to me, is bigger than this wall. This is more than just this wall. Do I know what else is going on? No, because everything that we know, or at least that the government want us to know, is just a distraction for something bigger. It's always been that way. Let's be realistic. Right now, you have more people focusing on the playoffs, the Super Bowl, this R. Kelly drama bullshit, and anything else that's not privy to anything that matters as far as the government. And that's the way they want it. That's exactly the way they want it. They don't want you focusing on the real matters and the problems. We already know that. This is a big chess game, and right now pawns are being moved around. Let's put this out there so everybody's attention is over that way, looking to the right. So when we over here to the left, doing what we doing, ain't nobody going to question or anything, because they give us what they give us. They'll put stuff out there and it's be like a quarter of the truth, but you have to read between them lines what the real agenda is. You know what I mean? Right now, we're in a serious crisis, and it's one of them things, well, it never really mattered to nobody until it hit home. Now that it's hitting home, I mean, now you want to pay attention. You have to understand, as American people, the government is no way, shape, or form for your best interests. Name any sitting president that, when they were in office, benefited you at some point. It's government is pretty much to help those who already have. If you don't already have it, it's not going to benefit you one way or the other. So they put out these narratives out there to get your mind focused on this. And for me, and although I did a quote unquote, I really didn't do an R. Kelly thing. It was about the people behind it. And I'm not knocking anybody for addressing it, but this is my thing. If you address the R. Kelly situation, address it. And that's it. If you have like 5, 6, 7 videos about it, then that's where your focus is at. So for me, it's fuck surviving R. Kelly. I'm working on surviving number 45. That's where the real threat is. The real problem is, you know what I mean? Feeding us anything. And, it's just a way to blind from what's really going on. We hear all the time, stay woke, be knowledgeable and all of that stuff. You have to take what they give you and put the pieces together. You almost have to play detective with the government, and that's what they're doing. Because right now, it's about understanding a real narrative. Now, these are just my opinions. I think he's trying to prolong a lot of things, because if they start this impeachment situation, I don't know how far that's going to go, because they've been talking about it for, I think this is the 3rd or 4th time I've heard about some impeachment joint. But I will say this time it do sound like it's a real thing, but real compared to what? Like the government real opposed to the real. But I do know prolonging situations and things like that, as long as you're a sitting president, you can't be charged with a crime. So I don't know if this is all about, let me see what I can do to stay out of this drama that's going on, whatever the case may be. So understand what the real narrative is. This is chess, not checkers. You know what I mean? Seeing past all the propaganda, and use your common sense. That's the best way I can say it. Use your common sense. You have to see what's going on past this and see what the real narrative of what's going on right now. Because right now, America is being crippled. Number 45 is single-handedly crippling America, taking away things. And when they take away certain things, it's a way to control. Now, prime example, the housing and the SNAP situation. They just released that if I'm a landlord and I have a home and I'm doing Section 8, I'm no longer receiving my portion. So now what does that mean? Do we have, like, if I'm on Section 8, not only do I have to come up with the part that I have to pay, do I have to pay the part that the housing authority would pay HUD? I'm pretty much sure so. So now that puts in, that's one avenue of it. The EBT, the SNAP benefit, that's another thing. So I believe we're in January now, and I believe people got their SNAP this month, and then that was it. So how do you tell a person, and I'm not knocking anybody for having this government assistance, but there's a flip side to that government assistance. Now, there's some people that need it, and that's great. Use it as a tool to come up, do what you need to do, and pass it on. There's people that have it that don't really need it, but hey, they like, fuck it. After Hurricane Katrina, I did have all of that, but it got to the point to, I got up on my feet when I was in Virginia, did that, brought it back to New Orleans with me, got on my feet, bam. And when it came time for it, I'm good. For one, I don't want nobody in my business like that. For two, it was to serve a purpose. And it served its purpose. I was able to get back on my feet, stack money up, whatever. Now I don't need your shit. Give it to somebody that need it. I don't need nobody to tell me what I can and can't do, who I can have in my house, decide on what day you're going to give me money enough to eat for the rest of the month. I don't need that shit. And I'm not knocking nobody that do. But I'm going to tell you this. With this HUD situation and this SNAP situation, it's not going to end well. It's going to cause a lot of chaos that's already starting to happen now. When they be like saying there's attack on America, we're in level orange. Well, with this damn HUD and SNAP, we're in level orange. Because there's some people that really, truly like, this is how I feed my family, all that stuff. Jobs are going. I know at least 2 people right now that are in this situation with families. One is a correctional officer. Get up and go to work every day, but not getting paid for it, not getting paid nothing. So when that apartment complex put that eviction notice on your door, he like, well, yo, this is what I'm going through. Like, nah, well, I mean, ain't nothing we can do about it. So this is about to be a domino effect. This is about to be one flake of snow that's about to turn into something that once it get going, it's not going to be easy to get back. Yo, you talking about livelihood shit right now. They more worried about the people that they killing me. They like, yo, the people on Capitol Hill not going to be getting their checks and stuff like that. And I'm thinking the amount of money that they make, the nest egg should be really, really good. The average Joe or the average Josephine may not have that nest egg, may not have, okay, this is happening. We can survive on what we have in the bank for 3 to 4 months easily. The average America don't have that. So now on top of that, say if your rent is $1,000, HUD is paying $8 and you only have to pay $2. Now you've been doing that forever. Now you got to come up with $1,000 and groceries and regular bills and all of that stuff. Man, that's going to be a bad thing. I mean, this is something I don't know if America can really bounce back from. I mean, this is a straight debacle. The debacle that is number 45. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do advise everybody to really sit down with your families and think of a plan. Everybody need to be chipping in. There's survival tactics that you need to be using. And I say that on the simple fact of, I really think things will get ready to start happening. You know what I mean? Go up in your local Walmart, grocery store, wherever they sell groceries, and start looking around. Notice that the shelves is not stocked up the way they used to be. Things are looking older. I would definitely be checking dates on meats, anything you buy, especially meat and dairies and all of that stuff. Be checking these dates, because if the growers, the farmers are not getting what they need to produce, what you think they doing with this? Like, if nothing new is coming in, what are you eating? Go on YouTube, look at how they be dipping meat in blood to make it look all nice and fresh. But really underneath, it's all gray and shit. The meat glue, when they take scraps of everything and form meat with this meat glue to make you like, yo, this is a steak, but it's really not. You know what I'm saying? If your meat can pull apart real easily before you cook it, like in a raw stage, yeah, you probably got pieces of meat that they do. And it look like paste. All of this stuff is on YouTube, and you can see what they doing. Like, they tell you, they dip in the meat in the purge, which is the blood, and to give it that real fresh, like we just cut it. Oh yeah, it's bullshit. This meat glue shit is real. You know what I mean? So if nothing is coming in, how you think they fixing all this? How you think you're still able to go into the supermarket? I went in the supermarket the other day looking for tomatoes. There wasn't no tomatoes. How you don't have no tomatoes? Get a bag of potatoes. There's only 2 bags of potatoes. I mean, like, really? Come on now. What we doing here? But the average person probably not even thinking like that. The average person not even probably thinking like, man, if this government shut down with the farmers and the growers and produce and your eggs and, your dairies, if fresh stuff not coming in, what do you think you eating on? All that old stuff. I mean, again, you have to understand the real narrative. Ask yourself, what's the government biggest weapon? What is the biggest weapon that the government possess? I'll wait. Hit you with the Jeopardy joint. Do, 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 do. Need help? Here we go. The biggest weapon that the government has is fear. It's been that way since the beginning of time. All of these wars, all of these attacks on America, all these terrorist situations, it's all to put fear in you to get you to do what they want you to do. You are the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And so, understand that and assess that. Again, when they put this shit out here, you take what they put out here and you start dissecting it. You can tell what's bullshit and what's not bullshit. Shit, 95% of it is bullshit. So it ain't that hard to figure out the statistics and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? America is becoming, look at it. America is becoming a new, what's the dude named Lee Harvey Oswald with Patsy. And you know who's going to suffer the most? The smaller, lower income communities. I'm not even going to say the black community, because statistics shows, for at least 5 years now, the black community ain't the lowest community on the totem pole. It's really the white community. You know what I mean? That's facts. But the lower income who sit there and depend on you, Mr. Government, give me my check every month. Give me my SNAP benefits so I can eat good. And when you start getting down to the hot dogs, man, we got to hold on to the first of the month or whatever the dates are and shit. Yo, don't let them have that much control over you. They're controlling you with that. You know what I mean? They controlling how you eat, where you can get your apartment at or your house at and what neighborhood and things like that. Back again to the narrative. You know what I'm saying? This is all the narratives. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and set off an explosive device in a building. It affects that building, just that building. Now, if I'm thinking, how can I take out or damage a whole country? How do I do that? What is the one thing in common that we all have? Food. We all need to eat. We all have to eat. We all eat. Let's say I wanted to take out 20, 30,000 people. Okay, boom. Football game on a Sunday. Boom. Let's hit this fucking stadium. But food is nationwide. We were just talking about how many outbreaks they had in less than a month. I think it was like 3 outbreaks in less than a month, back to back like that. I've never seen nothing like that. The narrative, being smarter than them, because they play you like you're not smart, but we all smarter than the government. We see what they doing is so blatant right now. Shit, I mean, it's not like anything is being kept under the rug. Are we really making America great again? Are we making American white again? The good old days, the good old boys, you know what I mean? That's what's happening. There's a few things happening here. That's happening. War against each other. If you take away the food, you're taking away the housing situation, people are getting evicted, people are hungry. How do you think they're going to react? It's going to be pure chaos. Pandemonium, race war. I've always thought number 45 his agenda was just to start a race war. Look at the things that come out of his mouth. Look at the actions that he take. You fucked up when you got your own party fucking turning on your ass. They talking about this motherfucker like, yo, you's a dimwit. And they right, but they allowing this. I don't even know how all this is allowed. I do know one thing. HUD, SNAP, food consumption. I'm going to tell you this. If they start fucking with these fucking income tax checks, man, all I need to do is make sure I'm bunkered in, my ammo is real, and I actually plan on doing a YouTube video on survival. You know what I mean? Because this is bigger than just go bags and bug out bags and ammo and survival stuff and shit like that. I don't know what, but I really have a feeling like something really big is getting ready to happen. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying, like, yo, these low income, y'all are the real targets. This is the real targets, the low income, the Black communities that it will go under. Like this community can't even exist no more because it's been hit so bad. This is going to be worse than the stock market crash. It's already worse than that. You know what I mean? On the flip side, it's all bad no matter how you look at it. But on the flip side, I hope that this situation, especially with like the housing and the food stamps, get a lot of people to say, look, I need to figure out a way to make my life better to where I don't have to depend on this shit. Because right now you're at their mercy. If you don't have a job and you're dependent on the housing and you're dependent on the EBT, the food stamps and all of that, those benefits, you're really at their mercy right now. And who wants to live like that? Who wants to be down at this office begging and pleading to try to get something to feed your babies? But then you have that other side to where I'm going to do whatever it takes. Now, whatever it takes, that depends on what your hustle is. But how many people are going to get harmed in that hustle? Are we ready to run up in people's houses? Are we robbing? Are we stealing? Are we killing? This is going to be the end result of all of that. A motherfucker that's hungry, no way out, nothing to lose. Shit, I'm going to tell you right now, lack of anything is going to cause a bad end result. This wall has nothing to do with it. I believe that he's purposely trying to cripple America, target certain communities, and just all out cause as much chaos as he can. And the fact that he's allowed to do this is sad in itself. So to anyone that's listening, do what you need to do to survive. Don't let fear take over, because a lot of this stuff that they try to instill the fear in is really nothing to fear. And as Black America, not to take away from anybody else, but I am Black. So Black America, we have struggled, hustled, created, invented since the beginning of time. This shouldn't be nothing new to us. This is only new if you have gotten comfortable with the little crumbs that they give you. But if you on your hustle and you a grinder, you'll be all right. We'll get through this. You know what I mean? I own a damn business. That don't mean I'm sitting over here pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm still struggling. It's not that easy. Now, if the money ain't there, how can I expect to have clients if the money ain't there for them to spend? Do what you need to do. I wish we can get back to policing ourselves, policing our communities. Right now, the only thing I can say in the Black community is protect the Black community, because it's about to be a barrage of bullshit that's about to come along with it. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. I just got a feeling something is going to happen. As I'm doing this podcast, somebody just texted me just now asking me, yo, when can you go with me to pick out ammo and more magazines? And her mom was just talking about this. She called me. She like, yeah, man, my mom was just talking and we want to up our ammo and more clips and extra stuff and just to be on the safe side. And I don't blame them. This shit is real. See, the thing that bothers me about the Black community, nothing matters until it happens to them. I bet you ain't nobody gonna be selling no fucking food stamps now. Everybody need their shit. When something happen, I don't give a fuck. Fuck with number 45 talking about, yeah, as much as I dislike that oppressor, I have to listen to what the fuck is coming out of his mouth. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is learn from an idiot. Let that marinate. So let me see, what else do I want to say concerning this? It's at the end of the day, it's all bullshit. Don't let this motherfucking right hand keep you blinded from what the left hand doing. Don't keep your focus in a straight line just on one thing. Look at all the facts. Look at what's all being said. You know, this do affect you. It affects your children. It's going to affect your way of living, your quality of living. You know what I mean? Because if you renting for somebody to do Section 8 and they ain't getting any money, what you think they're going to tell you? Nigga, you gotta go. You gotta get somebody in here that can afford it without the Section 8. Times is about to get real, and all I ask is that as Black Americans and Americans in general, yo, get this shit together. Figure out your plans. Sit down with your family. Sit down with your spouse. You know, your kids if you're a single parent. And y'all need to figure this out. My advice to you, keep fucking propanes on deck. Keep your car full of gas, water. You know what I mean? People be laughing at me like, what you doing with all these sardines and Vienna sausages and tuna? Now, don't get me wrong. I can't stand that shit. I can't stand Vienna sausages and potted meat and all of that. And I will eat the tuna in a package. But I'm going to tell you this. If something was to happen and you wasn't able to get to no fucking food, I bet you wouldn't be laughing at me about no fucking sardines and potted meat and Vienna sausages no more. I bet you be trying to get some. When that food go, your ass will eat a fucking possum's ass off a park bench if they cook that shit right. Don't play yourself. You know what I mean? Do I eat that shit on a regular? Fuck no. But is this something that I can throw in my go bag and have excessive amounts of it and be able to eat without needing a stove or anything to cook it with? I'll be full off fucking Vienna sausages and fucking tuna and potted meat and all that shit while you sitting there fucking goddamn looking like dude in Menace to Society with his burgers and shit with the scratch trying to get a little taste. No, don't be bigger than your own self. Don't block your own self. When it come down to me and mine, I'll do whatever it takes. I will put you down. I will motherfucking fend. I will hustle. I will grind. I will do what I got to do to take care of me and mine. And I feel like this is the position we're all about to be put in. So it's all about, what are you willing to do for your family? What are you willing to do for yourself? How are you trying to survive out here? What does it take for you to survive out here? You better know this shit. You hear that fucking horn go off. You know that horn that every fucking city and town got? Is something going down? What you gonna be doing? Running around trying to do what? All that I gotta do is grab go bags, put these motherfuckers on, turn them fucking walkie-talkies on, and let's keep it moving. Everybody tool up, get your weapon. We good to go. Come up with mine. We're going at it. So take all of that shit. Just know that this wall is bullshit. It's not about this fucking wall. It's about something bigger than this wall. This government shutdown is going to bring out the worst in America. I hope this stuff ends and get back on track. I hope it don't go too far to when it does get back on track. It's going to take America days and months and maybe years to recover, depending on how long we're talking about this thing going to last. It's definitely going to be a recovery process. In this short 32 days, you know how many people has lost more than they are expected to do? And we talking about 1 month. That's just 1 month. What you going to do if this shit go longer than that? That's why they're trying to get him out of there. I hope they succeed with that and get his whole crony crew out of there. Let's just keep it together, people. Understand, this is a chess game. It's not checkers. And move accordingly. And that's my advice to everybody. This is my opinion on this bullshit. I think it don't have nothing to do about the wall. I think it's bigger than this wall. I think they are trying to use fear tactics. I also believe that they're putting a lot of shit out here, so you're focusing on that opposed to the real issue. How can you be sitting on your couch enjoying the game when you're like, okay, I'm going to work tomorrow, but I'm not getting paid for it. All these bills are piling up. I can start to see the back of the fucking refrigerator. Food ain't in there like it used to be. Like, yo, where the priorities at? Priority starts at home. Priority number one is home. If you ain't got your number one priority together, you all fucked up. So this is OG Kids. I just wanted to come through again and share my views on this wall bullshit and what the government agenda really is. I wish everybody a great day. Thank you to all those who support the OG Kids brand, the movement, Cheesesteak Weekends, the merchandise, the YouTube channel, all that stuff. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you again. Let's just look for a better day, y'all. Peace.
Went in the booth with his word, if it ain't true, and I swear that's my only ingredient. Go to school, go to work, show where your allegiance is. Motherfuck the system, why serve in obedience? Got a few civil rights, now realize that they're meaningless. Open up your third eye, nigga, you should see this shit. You should see this shit. The whole world blind, ain't seeing shit.